All right, here we are.
Okay.
Let's take a...
You know where to go.
I do, sorta. We're going this way, yeah.
General direction. I see a yellow arrow, so that's good.
And, but is it this way? No.
This way. Okay.
I see two more past us, so. There we go, Casa Boston. I'm, so you know, I am filming for YouTube for us. And it only works if my grandson can help me make it work.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it may not be anything at all, but I think he'll help me.
That's nice. Yeah, I've never seen like a full Camino video or anything like that.
Oh, I've seen so many.
Parts like pictures and things. Good for you.
Here was the lady with the roses. I did this Camino once before in 2021, and the lady who owns this place was sitting in that chair, and all her roses were blooming at the time.
Wow.
And I see there's some going on, but
Very beautiful.
yeah.
I love the architecture here.
Oh, yeah. The doors, all the doors are just beautiful.
The doors, yes.
Roosters.
Nice garden.
There are quite a few of them along the way.
Now who's?
The blackberries as you're walking.
Oh
along.
yeah, yeah. I was walking with, let's see, Janet, but her daughter, what's her daughter's name? Janet?
Lisa.
Lisa. Very nice lady, and she kept picking them for me.
Oh.
She would just see, oh look, there's a bunch, and then she'd hand me some. And
Her
She-
mom is 84 making this trip.
Oh my goodness.
I'm 71 and I thought I was going to die. She's
know.
booking.
Yeah. I'm 65 and I definitely felt it. So,
Some of these hills are killer.
yeah.
where's your next stop?
It's not all the way to the stage end. I'm just going part way. I can't remember what
Is it Puente Reina?
No,
No.
further than that.
Okay.
Oh, city past that.
Yeah, yeah. We're a very short day for us today.
Yeah. You have to. Because it's too much for you. And you're carrying full packs.
Yeah, he is.
I never weighed it. I think I'm maybe 17 pounds.
That's good.
Yeah, that's without food and water. As we go, we're gonna have to pack some food and water, but certainly not on a short trip like this. And who was it last night, Rhonda? Someone said, it's not gonna rain today.
I think they're wrong.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, it did look like it was a clear forecast yesterday, but now
Yeah, you
changes
never know.
really overnight.
Where are you from?
Canada.
Canada. I've been meeting a lot of people from Canada this time, yes. Last time I walked, 2021, it seemed there were a lot of Norwegians on the trail.
Yeah.
I would say, yes, Canada, it's been the #1 response I'm getting.
And And yourselves? You're
California.
California, America, California.
nice place.
Yeah.
Beautiful weather there.
Yeah, we're at, we're kind of near the coast, and we do get a lot of rain. So the rain never bothers me, except that if it starts, I got to grab something out of my pack.
Yeah.
Nice surface to walk on this morning.
Yeah. Better than yesterday.
Yeah.
Those rocks are awful. But then you look in the field, just look how many rocks are there. And you wonder, what do they grow in that? Like when you
Pretty
look at
rocky,
this,
yeah.
right? Like it's full of rocks.
Now, we're supposed to go this way. Sure looks like it. Although I thought I saw some packs heading up the hill there.
Size of these slugs, right? Like
Lots of these buck slugs.
Got some hill to climb up ahead.
slippery here.
Yeah. Well, my shoes were pretty muddy and wet after yesterday, and they're still muddy and wet, so whatever.
I have to be slow in this mud. I just slip.
Oh yeah. Can't fall down. Fall down, you break your hip, we gotta shoot you.
Oh,
And that's it. That's the rule.
no.
Look at that, looking a little ominous out there. I'm sure glad we're only going just about 4.5 miles today. Yeah, I got a lot of wet, muddy clothes we need to get washed.
What?
Oh, just keep going, I'll catch up.
Huh?
I was getting the views. It's beautiful. Okay, so this is still going. So I'm going to tell my bear stories to the GoPro. Hope I'm not repeating myself,
No, you
but
probably have to be
I
careful.
probably am. But it's been real fun because we live unusually. We live on a 43-acre parcel of land in the middle of vast forest in Northern California. Most of our neighbors have moved off, and we're pretty much alone in quite an area, and I would guess maybe a square mile. Only not a square, more like a rectangle. And I tell them that I see more bear in my yard than I do humans, which is basically true. I have a pear tree in my yard. The bears love the pears. I've seen them, moms send their young up into the tree to get the ones at the top, knock them down. They eat all my pears before they're ripe, so I never see them. And then they poop everywhere and they get on their way. Normally, this California black bear's not territorial and not that aggressive. I've had only one instance in 50 years of them. I had a bear show up in January. It was storming crazy, and I'm suspecting that it was washed out of its sleeping quarters. Came up to the house. It was hungry, angry, and tore a bunch of lattice off the house. Came back the next day. The dog chased it up in a tree, and we were good. But that's the only instance in all those years that I ever had a problem with a bear. Training for this walk, twice I had a bear cross our path. Once with Rhonda walking with me, and we had our dog, and that's sometimes a problem. I'd rather come across the bear without the dog, because the dog can maybe start a fight or something that we don't need. I called the dog back, and the bear just ran off the road, no problem. Further up towards what is now our firehouse, I had another bear cross in front of me, and that was it. But I do see a lot of bear, and they're never a problem. I just say, you go out, you roar like a lion and curse like a sailor, and they go away.
Camino.
Buen camino. Mountain lions, a little different story. Mountain lions are, a bear comes through the woods, he makes all the noise he wants, he doesn't care. You hear him crunching and breaking stuff. Mountain lion is, of course, like a cat. They're soft and quiet. They like the high ground, and they like a sucker punch. If they had the opportunity, they'd jump from the high ground, grab your head in their teeth, break your neck with the fall. You'd never even knew it happened. I've had several encounters with mountain lion. One time I was stalked by a mountain lion for, I'm going to say, just about 2 miles. I was in a ravine. He had the high ground. He was following me as I went up the ravine. Got to the top, didn't see him anymore, and that worried me. Didn't see him for a little bit, started back down, there he was again. Followed me all the way down to our creek. Got my car and got out. He never bothered me, but I think he was thinking about it. Let's see, could I eat this thing or what? Most recently there was some deer in my orchard, which is outside of my yard, except for that big pear tree. And there's some deer there, and the dog was barking crazy, and I was wondering what's going on because it's deer. She sees deer a lot. So I stepped out of the yard, the deer ran off, and there was a big mountain lion, a fairly good sized mountain lion. Just turned and hissed at me because I interrupted its breakfast. Oh, I've seen several, but there's, I was making a trail. Felt pretty safe. I had a, oh look, someone wrote Puente Camino on the road. I had a pickaxe, shovel, and a rake with me. I was making some trails, and not more than 20 foot from me, a mountain lion goes right by me. Never saw me. But because I was going to be running on that trail, I wanted to know it was my territory, and I am territorial. And so I jumped up and yelled and screamed and cursed at him, and he ran off. But he ran off just a little bit, stopped in some huckleberry bushes, crouched down, turned around and looked at me like, maybe I can just eat this thing. So I jumped up again, yelled again, threw a rock at it, and it took off. Anyway, several encounters like that. But in fact, I've never, the mountain lion I'm more concerned about, but never been attacked, and I think that's very rare that that kind of thing happens. Gosh, I just gotta stop a minute. You can walk ahead of me, I'll catch up. I just gotta get some of this view in here. Yeah. The first mountain lion I saw, and I think it was because it was the very first one. I was new to the area, and it looked as big as a Bengali tiger. And once again, I think that's just because it was the first one I saw and it was pretty up close, but I was in a vehicle. Yeah, I think my eyes were extra wide open and magnified its size in my head. I love telling the bear and mountain lion stories to the people here, but in fact, all my friends and family will know that you're more likely to be stung by a hornet, and that's the bigger problem you'll have than worrying about bear and mountain lion. Or sprayed by a skunk, that's another good one. Often I have friends ask, as new folks who haven't been out before, and they'll say, do you think we'll see a deer? And I typically respond, we'll be lucky not to run over 2 or 3 on our way. On my sticks, you'll notice this is just a little hack. I have scarves on each one. Of course, that's to wipe my face, blow my nose, but also makes it very visible when you're around traffic. It shows up very well. We also have luminous tape on our poles, on our rain gear. I understand that, and I've walked this before, of course, but I understand that you're along a road of the 500 miles, about 100 miles. And it's not very often that you're actually walking on the road. You'd be right next to it or whatever. But it's good to be visible those times. I found that the Spaniards are very courteous, most of them. Not everybody, of course. Most of them very courteous when they see you approaching a crosswalk. And they're very careful. But you always need to pay attention. Okay, so we don't just check out the back of Rhonda here. I'm going to turn this off and come back to you in a bit. Buen Camino. Okay, there is a church. Last time I was here it was closed. I'm going to take a quick walk around and see. You want to walk with me here?
No, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, listen to her. All right, fine. Just to see, I suspect it may be closed again. Yeah, be nice to be able to get up in that tower and take a look around. Okay, quickly got to turn and take a look at that little statue or whatever you want to call it. Lots of that stuff around here. Creative sculptures and artwork. Looks like we got a nice closed door here. And doesn't look like it's been open in a while. Rhonda didn't want to do the extra walking. Totally get that. The two ladies that were next to us, they are actually going to yet another church much further off the path. And let's take a look. I'm gonna guess it's closed. Got an alarm. Look at this door though. I love that, but I'm pretty sure this is closed up. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm gonna go find Rhonda now and get back on the trail. Approaching Obanos, and I thought I'd just show you the shells in the walkway here. Sometimes in the bigger cities, that's what you see rather than yellow arrows painted all over the place. Pretty cool. All right. There's a beautiful looking church, Iglesia, I think. walk up to the door, but I suspect it's going to be closed. You're going to have to send me those photos. Go ahead and zip that up a little bit more.
I was trying. It was
Oh, okay.
down there.
Let's take a look. I suspect it's closed, but we'll find out here in a minute. Yeah, and double locks and all. Yep. Okay. As I suspected, and there's Rhonda goes dropping into the well. Make a wish as you go down. I wish I'd have never leaned into there and looked. Ah! I think I'm going to know the way, but I think when I went through here the last time, look at this neat arch.
Yeah, it is.
I wasn't sure which way to go.
I don't want you to pick. I'm going to take a picture.
Okay. Hola. Okay, I'm going to turn this off so I can take a picture of Rhonda. Bye. Just a little point here. Little picture opportunity.
How's that?
That's excellent. All right. No, you picture opportunity. But nope. Okay. There's Rhonda making her way down. We don't have far to go. I'd say a mile and a half, maybe 2 at the most. But I actually have a puzzle for John. John, if you happen to see these, fish and wildlife person, you'll know who I'm talking about. So here's the mystery. I have a 6-foot high deer and rabbit fence around my yard. And at the back gate, this is about 2 acres fenced area. Just on the other side of on the inside is the remains of a baby deer, a Bambi. Right next to it, and it's desiccated. It's kind of dried out a little bit. Right next to it is the head of a coyote, and most of the skin is off of that. Just the head. On the other side of that fence is the rest of the coyote. And I'm guessing there was a second predator, but that's always been a mystery to me. Head of a coyote and a small deer on the inside of my fence. On the outside, the rest of the coyote. And I don't go through that fence too often at that point, so it had taken place sometime before. And best I can figure is maybe a mountain lion, but I'm surprised the mountain lion didn't carry off the carcass of that coyote. And I think maybe I disturbed it. Maybe I had walked by, or the dog had chased it off or something. If you have any clues, let me know. So we're going to get down to the road here, across the road. We're going to be in a ditch kind of thing next to some farmland. And just a little ways up is our hotel. Very short day today. beautiful weather to walk in. Gonna be glad to be actually in a hotel. I'm hoping that maybe we find a way to wash some clothing. Getting a little short on socks and underwear and t-shirt. All of those things need to get washed, and I know Rhonda has some things. Hope that works out. It's no, oh, there's some grapes in there. As we get further along, we're going to be in vineyards and lots of ripe grapes. Smile. Okay. All right. Talk to you later. Bye. Okay, on the other side of the highway, all this beautiful garden and a bunch of this all the way to the Puente Reina. Buenos días. Muy bien. Muy bien. Look at that.
I do believe garden is jardine.
Sardine. Sardine.
Something like that. Jardin is muy bien.
This man's never going to starve. All right, destination right ahead. I'm gonna wait till we get there, say goodbye again. Thank you for joining us for these short little snippets. See you in a bit. Buen camino. This is the Albergue Jacques. I'm not sure how to say that, but there you go. Voila.
Mira, ven.
Reina, vamos, vamos.
Vamos buscándolo.
Last time I stayed down here in the Albergue, and I would have loved to stay in that tree house they have up there. Didn't even know it was available. Beautiful. But we're staying in the hotel part this time. Let's see. Okay. We're staying here. All right. Oh, my sticks. I left them in there. Excellent. Let's go back in. By the way, Hakwe. I kept saying Jacques, but it's Hakwe. Boy, did I have that wrong. Hakwe. All right, we're gonna walk towards the bridge, the Queen's Bridge, and we get a little closer, I'll come back to you. This way, Hakwe. 1990. Boy, that's old, isn't it? All right, come back to around the church. Thank you. Goodbye. Yeah, let's step inside it. Okay, I'm going to get us close to the bridge. See you in a bit. All right, just going to briefly step into this iglesia. That sometimes they have stamps and for the peregrinos, and we'll see. Oh yeah. Okay. There you go. Well, I got to look inside there this time. 2021, it was closed. It was they were doing some repairs and stuff.
Y si estas palabritas no te dan un buen resultado, prepara un combinado bien cargado con 4 secuarinas y 2 plátanos saldados y un poco de merengue.
Yo sé que amigo vamos a buscar al final.
Cariño, que tengas buen día. Hasta luego.
Casimiro con todos los cheques de la empresa y luego le den tabaco.
See you in a bit. All right, just missed it. There's a great blue heron down there. Walked all the way over here just to get this view of the bridge. Rhonda's sitting up there. I'm going to take a still photo. Maybe that heron will take off again. Alright, probably my hands and all this getting in the way of that, but I don't care. There's the bridge, a photo. Rhonda way up there at the peak of it. Let's see if I can get closer here. down for another one. Excellent. What a beautiful bridge. I forget when it was built. It's, I think it's called the Queen's Bridge. Hola. All right. Back the other direction. Okay. Here we are on the this side and down here. See how easy that is? Wonderful bridge. They count the eyes. This is looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eye bridge. Maybe even 6. I can't see over there. 5 eyes, maybe 6. And I was very tempted to get up on that stage and start talking to the folks sitting there. But I resisted. People think I'm crazy already, so might as well not make too much of that. All right, I think we're gonna just sit down here a little bit and wait for our room to open up. Hasn't happened yet. Buen camino.